The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. That very day, the first day of the week, 2 of Jesus' disciples were going to a village 7 miles from Jerusalem called Emmaus, and they were conversing about all the things that had occurred. And it happened that while they were conversing and debating, Jesus himself drew near and walked with them, but their eyes were prevented from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing as you walk along?" They stopped, looking downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, said to him in reply, "Are you the only visitor to Jerusalem who does not know of the things that have taken place there in these days?" And he replied to them, "What sort of things?" They said to him, "The things that happened to Jesus the Nazarene, who was a prophet mighty in deed and word before God and all the people. How our chief priests and rulers both handed him over to a sentence of death and crucified him. But we were hoping that he would be the one to redeem Israel. And besides all this, it is now the 3rd day since this took place. Some women from our group, however, have astounded us. They were at the tomb early in the morning and did not find his body. They came back and reported that they had indeed seen a vision of angels who announced that he was alive. Then some of those with us went to the tomb and found things just as the women had described, but him they did not see." And he said to them, "Oh, how foolish you are! How slow of heart to believe all that the prophets spoke! Was it not necessary that the Christ should suffer these things and enter into his glory?" Then, beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he interpreted to them what referred to him in all the scriptures. As they approached the village to which they were going, he gave the impression that he was going on farther, but they urged him, "Stay with us, for it is nearly evening and the day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them, and it happened that while he was with them at table, he took bread, said the blessing, broke it, and gave it to them. With that, their eyes were opened, and they recognized him, but he vanished from their sight. Then they said to each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he spoke to us on the way and opened the scriptures to us?" So they set out at once and returned to Jerusalem, where they found gathered together the 11 and those with them who were saying, "The Lord has truly been raised and has appeared to Simon." Then the 2 recounted what had taken place on the way, and how he was made known to them in the breaking of the bread. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Hi, this is Father Nick Smith, pastor of St. Patrick's in Perry. In today's Gospel, Jesus appears to the 2 pilgrims on the way to Emmaus, and he gives them perhaps the greatest Bible study in the history of mankind. He opens the scriptures to them, revealing how everything about his own life fulfills what came before in the law of Moses, in the Old Testament, through the prophets. Even still, the disciples' minds and eyes are not opened, but only when he celebrates the Eucharist in front of them. When he takes the bread, blesses it, breaks it, and gives it to them, then the scales fall from their eyes. They recognize him, and while he vanishes bodily in his human body, he does not vanish sacramentally, because he remains present. His real presence in the Eucharist is his presence among us, and that remains even to this day, 2,000 years later. Let us ask the Lord for a deeper faith in the Holy Eucharist, that we may recognize his real presence contained there, that he does not vanish, but that he remains with us all the days of our life. May God bless you, and let us continue praying for each other.